Back to the Birdies and Bourbon show. Dan, I went ahead and poured myself a double because I know what you're thinking. FedEx Cup playoffs are coming down to the wire. We're down to the top 50. Well, we got a lot to talk about. We got some shirts to talk about. We got gambling to talk about. We got whiskey to talk about. We got bourbon to talk about. I don't know if I'll be able to stay in my chair throughout this one, but I'll do my best. Exactly. I'll give it my best shot, just like I always do.
All right.
I hear there's a menage a trois coming in Chicago, Illinois, and it starts with a Lucas and ends with a Glover.
Oh boy, does it!
I hope he wears the glove. Is all I'm saying. Hey, what about it, man? Where the hell did Lucas Glover come from? Back-to-back wins, and here we are, FedEx St. Jude, Memphis. Everybody on course yesterday was participating in the wet t-shirt contest. I guess it wasn't a t-shirt. It was just a wet clothing contest. So I don't know what brand of clothes he's wearing, but those things suck. I mean, can we, what about performance? Link-Sole. What? Ooh, never mind. I take it back. I like maybe he wasn't wearing the performance material, but that didn't leave a lot to the imagination. I mean, that was really, and he wasn't the only one. There were others, folks like Jordan Spieth. By the way, Jordan Spieth had a really nice shirt on. One Colton Nost actually made the comment about how his shirt wasn't bringing sexy back, and I don't know, 30 seconds later, we frame over to said announcer for CBS Golf. And he's with one Balionis Renner. And holy shit, was that shirt horrible he had on. I mean, there was nothing good about his outfit. It was horrible. It clearly goes to show why he's holding a microphone and not a golf club on Sunday. I mean, I don't even know what this is.
I don't either.
Do you own that shirt, Dan?
No, I do not. No, I do not. Mm-mm.
However, I did like the JT pull. I'm sure the other JT didn't appreciate that since he didn't get an invitation to the FedEx St. Jude. But I did like the Timberlake reference of the shirt.
That's a good point. I did too, for Memphis for sure.
Yeah. With Memphis, it was Memphis. Yep. So what more could you ask for? So are we going straight back to the glove, by the way? Is it going or
you asked me this last week, and I said, well, he plays good at Wyndham. We'll keep him for Wyndham, but I don't know after that. And boy, were we wrong. Well,
I think I was leaning yes. I think you were the I think you were the naysayer. Well, I'll tell you where else I was leading. I was leading hard on Bermuda Burns last week, and son of a bitch if he didn't pull one over on me. By the way, still leading in our one and done with the Chasing Daylight podcast. It looks like the cat could be in the bag here, by the way. Just saying. You got to be real creative this week if you're gonna do something, because we're getting down to the wire, man. I mean, we got 2 tournaments left to pick, so
right.
I don't. She ain't singing yet, but she's getting tuned up in the background. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's coming down to the wire. We got 2 events left, and it'll be interesting. It's gonna be a fun week this week. It's gonna be a real fun week this week. We had a fun week last week.
It was, yeah, I thought it was. So
in the playoffs, who'd you think was gonna win the playoff?
Playoffs.
The playoff within the playoff. If it's a playoff within the playoffs, do they call it overtime? Because we're gonna go playoff within the playoffs.
I mean, they could. I mean, we can come up with something more creative. I've got a feeling. I don't know. Let me noodle on that for a minute.
Definitely gonna put a suggestion in the suggestion box next time we get to a PGA Tour event.
Next time we're in Memphis. I'll put that right beside the pork. By the way, speaking of Memphis barbecue, what's your favorite type of rib? Are you a pork rib guy or are you a beef rib guy? And by the way, for those of you that are listening, leave your favorite rib in the comment.
I think I'm a pork rib guy. I think I
think I am too. I think I'm a spare rib guy. Dry rib, spare rib. Yep. Yeah, if I want any sauce, I'll dip it.
Yep, exactly. Me too.
I kind of cashed it in. I said, you know what? Cantlay's got this in the bag. I mean, here he comes again. Patty Ice. Here he comes again. Not a stranger to winning the BMW Championship. I'm sorry, FedEx St. Jude. And yeah, I thought Cantlay was going to come backdoor this thing, close the deal. He dunks it.
I know you already got the t-shirt made up of Patty Ice don't melt in August, you know. But he did.
Oh, he absolutely melted. I mean, we will see him again this weekend outside of Chicago, but he absolutely melted. Who else was kind of teetering? Any surprises? One Tony Fleetwood. Tony Fleetwood secretly sneaking around. He shoots a trifecta of 66s, closes out with a 68. By the way, Tony Fleetwood, the first golfer to win more than $20 million and not have a PGA Tour victory.
Oh, geez. Feel sorry for the guy.
I mean, he felt sorry for himself. Did you see him? He was out there again, like passing around, like slapping at putts, and like it didn't mean it's like, yeah, T3 is fine with me. Okay, come on, let's get. I mean, what are you doing out there, man? I mean, he finishes T3, one off the lead. I mean, at least play with a little gusto.
Yeah, you'd think.
Good Lord. Who McIlroy looked good. I mean, he closes with the 65. Is it going to be back-to-back FedEx Cup championships for one Rory McIlroy?
No, Lucas Glover's going to win it.
Lucas Glover is gonna pull the trifecta, and he's gonna take Rory McIlroy's spot on Team Euro for the Ryder Cup. I feel like that's what's happening.
100% is going to happen. And you know, Patty Ice. I think Patty Ice is actually. So is he sponsored by Delta now? So if Lucas Glover is on a Delta flight, he's like, lose those bags. You better lose those bags.
Lose the bags. Lose the bags. Yeah, it's I don't know, good tournament. So not surprised that Tony Fleetwood didn't win, by the way. Not surprised at all.
Little Spieth magic coming out this last week. Okay, he's bouncing back, right?
So opened up with a 63.
Mm-hmm.
He just couldn't close it. I mean, typical kind of Spieth fashion, you know, looked good, playing solid, and then he kind of Spiethed it.
Yep.
So so talk about surprises. Yeah, very surprised in what my boy Bermuda Burns did. Bucky looks like he's losing a little bit of steam. I think we'll see him again this week, but I don't know.
Is he a lock for the Ryder Cup, Bucky? Everybody's kind of has him as a lock, but is he?
I think he's a lock for the Ryder Cup and a lock for comeback player of the year. I mean, like,
what happens if Lucas Glover wins this week?
What? But Lucas, what's he coming back from? What's he coming back from? Like a domestic charge? I mean, what's he coming? What is he coming back from? Is he coming back from court? Is he coming back from picking up the subs? Like, what's he coming back from? Because I don't know that he was ever there to come back.
The laundromat, I guess.
Could be the doghouse. You never know. So no, I mean, I think it's yes, I think Bucky is a lock for the Ryder Cup. I think Bucky is I don't know that he's a lock, but I think he's top 3 comeback, not player of the year. Granted, that's going to be taken by I'm switching putters and I can't make a putt.
Yep.
Thank God the rest of my golf saves me, because I can putt for shit. So check this out. And I know you heard the comments about McIlroy, and he's like, it was just a wee bit too long, mate. That's probably Australian. I don't think that's Irish, but you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So McIlroy's putter was a wee bit too long. And I'll be damned if you don't look over there, and there's Scottie Scheffler with Rory McIlroy's putter. He just gave that putter away. He just got rid of it. and Scottie Scheffler picked it up. It's like, why did you just pick up Rory McIlroy's putter when he put the damn thing down? Clearly, there's something wrong with it, Scottie. Clearly.
Must be. Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's like, why aren't you following around Lucas Glover, Bucky? Who else is using Siwoo Kim? I mean, there's plenty.
Denny McCarthy.
Plenty of guys out there that have laid the blueprint for you. They have paved the road to putting to where your putting doesn't suck. Because right now, Scottie Scheffler, his putter, it sucks. Now, I'm not saying it ain't like my putter.
Right.
But I'm not a professional at this thing.
I think Scottie's going about it all the wrong way. He shouldn't be getting Rory McIlroy's putter. He should be giving Rory his putter.
Exactly. I mean, look, McIlroy, take this thing because clearly you can get something out of it. Clearly, McIlroy.
It's like your tuba.
Oh, God, give him anything. We'll talk about some of these other guys when we get over to Olympia Fields and the BMW Championship, and who shanked impressive Cam Davis.
Yeah.
Hello, Cam Davis. What are you doing for me lately? We got a little resurgence from Russ. Homa's coming back. Oh, okay. You did drop this news. You dropped this news on me earlier. But I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Because I thought Elijah Craig was the official bourbon of the PGA Tour.
I think it is. I think, and Renner and Homa and all those people are.
Yeah, everybody's drinking it except for us.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's just other pours that I would probably go for.
Right.
So as I understand, there's a new official beverage of the PGA Tour.
Yep.
And it is not Colton Ose's shirt or the sweat in the. Here we go. Bushmills. Yes, damn it. We're of legal drinking age. Why would we be here if not? So Bushmills is the official single malt of the PGA Tour. Hold on. Who did we have? Was it Christy Kerr that was doing something with Montgomery? Weren't they doing a scotch or something? I mean, obviously Bushmills is an Irish whiskey, but they were doing some kind of scotch, I thought.
Yeah, we asked them about it in Atlanta. Yeah. Yep.
Indeed, we did. Speaking of, come find me at the Tour Championship. I'll probably be there. Yep. I'll be sporting my Johnny unofficial brand of the Birdies and Bourbon show. Johnny.
Monty was saying it was tasty, is what he said.
He did say it was tasty. So what do you think about this Bushmills, the official single malt? Actually, it's the official whiskey of the PGA Tour. I mean, for the person that drinks regularly, like myself, I can differentiate between a whiskey and a bourbon. All bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon. We would both be the first to agree to that, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Why are we confusing people? And number two, I mean, isn't the PGA Tour? It's like doesn't the A stand for America?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do we have? There's plenty of American-made whiskeys. There's plenty of American-made single malt whiskeys. I don't know why we had to. I don't have to go to. I like a good Irish whiskey. If I didn't say it, if I weren't drinking Redbreast, I'd probably have Bushmills in the glass from an Irish whiskey perspective. Nothing wrong with it. And where's this golf course at? I mean, this even looks like a European golf course. It looks like a golf course in Ireland. Yeah. Doesn't even look like a course on U.S. soil. And I know the PGA Tour, they've got partnerships and they go and they they play the DP and they've got some matches. And I guess we're getting ready to play a lot more Saudi events in our very near future. But I don't know. I don't know about this.
Yeah, a little strange to me too. So we got this news, and then I shared with you the news about the caddy as well. I mean, I don't know what we're doing over there in Memphis.
Oh, Don Donatello.
Yeah, Don Donatello.
Who is he? Yeah. Alex Smalley's caddy, I believe. And shared a bottle of Kentucky's finest for him winning the putting contest.
Yeah.
And he got a sweet trophy too. It's no big cock trophy, but it's a pretty sweet trophy.
Yeah.
Except, so I see the truck that he's holding that was the trophy. I didn't see the bottle of bourbon though.
I didn't either, but he put it in the post, so I gotta think it's real.
I'm not disputing Don Donatello's his integrity here. I'm just saying, if you had the choice of getting a bottle, if you had getting a delivery truck or a bottle of booze, and you're going to hold one up, which one are you holding up?
I'm definitely holding up to Pappy's. I think it's going to get more clicks.
Me too. I don't know.
Now, I will say, look, if you look behind this picture here, it looks like a pizza oven back there too, doesn't it?
That looks like a mobile brick pizza oven. Yeah.
What is going on in Memphis these days?
I don't know. It's I mean, I thought it was a barbecue joint.
I know. Yeah. I don't know. Good stuff.
I mean, they could have given him some Old Dominic.
They could have given him some Old
Dominic. Hewling Station single barrel pick.
That's right. That's great stuff. Yeah.
I'm going to be meeting up with those guys this week at the Wrecking Bar, by the way. For
oh, really?
Yeah, Alex Castle is going to be there.
Wow.
Chris is going to be there. So we got that. As I understand, we've got a little bourbon tasting. I'm very excited about this. I think it's going to be fun. You know how I like a bourbon tasting.
Oh yeah, that's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Who else we got? Nice job, Don. Send us a sample. Let's let us know.
Get old Don on the old pod here and have him see if it's do a sample. Yeah.
Send us a sample. Let's go through a tasting. Speaking of Rory McIlroy again, he's making. So it wasn't long ago that Rory McIlroy was making $3 million decisions, not positive $3 million decisions, by the way. He's recently made another decision to not attend the players meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it was because Jay was there? I don't. Was Jay there? Was he afraid of what's Jay going to say to me? What am I going to say to Jay? Kind of like when your wife smacks you around in the front of the guys, and you don't want to show back up to the club because you don't know how you're going to explain yourself. That kind of thing.
Yep. Allegedly, Jay was there, and instead of going to the meeting, Rory opted for a workout and reportedly entered the clubhouse as the meeting was wrapping up, drenched in sweat.
Kind of like Colt Nose's shirt.
Colt probably should have been there.
Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, you thought they would have got enough sweat over the. Lucas Glover said he drank. Maybe I'll start practicing this. I mean, I can definitely get through a 6-pack of Peach State Light and a few good swigs of bourbon, but I'm going to start incorporating some of those electrolyte drinks into my into my beverage game.
Oh, nice.
So what do we take Rory as? I mean, does anybody care?
I think a lot of people didn't show up to that thing. Maybe he's getting his news straight from Tiger these days via text. I don't know. Yeah, I think there's a lot of uncertainty going on the tour, and he's probably just a little tired of it, really. I think they all feel a little abandoned by him. Yeah. By Jay. Yeah.
Yeah. It could be. Yeah. Speaking of Tiger, where was he? Was he up with MJ on the boat?
I don't know. Didn't see any Tiger news. I wouldn't be surprised if he was with MJ on the boat.
I mean, he's a big fisherman. I think he's like he wants to swim and like stab them, but I think doesn't his boat, doesn't MJ's boat have the same paint scheme?
It does. It's right here. Hold on. So there's here's the plane, right? It's got the elephant scheme, which is very significant to some of his shoes, right? Has the same kind of scheme to it.
Yeah.
And then they have it here somewhere.
There's the shoe.
There it is. There's
the boat. I bet the thing is hard to see in the water. Like if
if
it's a distance away, I mean, that's almost camouflaged, and the kind of that gray broken up pattern. I bet that thing's hard to see. Maybe that's the secret. Tiger should have been using that back in the day. Maybe
camouflage boat.
maybe that documentary would have gone a little differently. Just saying. Just saying.
Exactly.
Or at least camouflage.
Mm-hmm.
Did we know how MJ did, by the way? Did he win the tournament?
He did not win. I know he didn't win. I don't know what he placed, but he didn't win. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What were they? Marlin? The Marlin fishing?
The White Marlin Open. Yeah.
The White Marlin. Okay. I'd love to go Marlin fishing.
I know. Me too.
If you got let us know if you got a boat. We'll find you.
Where's the invite?
We know how to get there. Well, let us know.
So, and then the other big news, of course, in golf was all these allegations and things coming out against Phil with regards to his gambling. You want to take a stab at it first?
I want Billy Waters in my corner because he will take a fall for you. Now I don't know. I didn't go visit him while he was locked up. However, he, allegedly, not allegedly. I mean, Billy took the rap for the insider trading for sure. Allegedly, Phil owed Billy. He was on the books for around $2 million. Alleged, and now this is not alleged. This is factual statements. Is that Phil made over $1 million on the stock transactions that happened during this session. So, I like Phil still. I mean, you're wearing the jumping, I don't think you have the jumping man hat on today, do you?
Not today.
Yeah, but you're back into it. You're back to repping Lefty. And I mean, hey, you know what? If Lefty can go drop a grand when he, on the everyday bet, then I say have at it. I mean, it's like I think it'd be like me saying, well, I'm just gonna have one.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but one what? And it's like, well, not one fucking drink. I mean, I'll just bring one bottle and I'll drink what I want.
Exactly.
Easy. No, but there was an event that occurred right in at the Live tournament this week that Cam Smith lapped the field on, of which Phil was in contention.
Oh yeah.
I think he got the creative juices flowing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see here. You talking about the old there was a little friendly match before that.
Yeah, the
little friendly match going on.
Playing for? I haven't thought about that.
What are we playing for?
What are we playing for? I haven't thought about that.
What do you mean you haven't thought about it?
Well,
what were you thinking about? Okay, well, Cameron and I will play, you guys.
So awkward.
On or on. We'll play 9 holes for a G.
perfect.
Straight best ball.
Perfect.
And when you're closed out, you can press for half.
Not the full?
Not the full.
Okay.
So you got to win the match to win. Yeah, and if you want, what we'll do is we'll go 28. If you shoot 28 best ball, it's double.
Perfect. I love that.
Okay.
That sounds
or
good.
better. 28 or better.
He's played in a lot more of these.
What do we?
God, love Phil.
I do love Phil, and DeChambeau, he's just awkward. It's just very awkward.
Yeah.
I tried some of that coffee for wellness stuff the other day.
Did you? Oh, I want to hear about that.
The coffee's fine. Coffee, or I guess it's just for wellness because they make some different things. The coffee itself, I got the whole bean. I think it was like the medium blend or something. And coffee's fine. I mean, I didn't find it like, oh my God, I can only drink this coffee going forward. But then I tried this supplement, the little powdery stuff that you put in your coffee and you do, and I use one of those little fancy mixer things, like mix it up, give it a little froth. And I mean, it was fine, and I probably had it for like 2 weeks straight.
Okay.
I didn't notice in it. Now, granted, I didn't curb any of my other habits.
Yeah.
But I didn't do any more. I didn't boost them up either. So that being said, I didn't necessarily get any, and maybe 2 weeks isn't long enough. I don't know. It said there was a 30-day trial, but fuck. It was like, whatever it was, $30 or something. Who's worried about $30? Phil clearly isn't worried about $30. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. I canceled my subscription. I'm like, I don't. It's not doing it for me. I'd just rather have just plain coffee. The supplement didn't supplement me. It's like I'll just have a glass of bourbon instead.
Well, you know what happened is you didn't go through on the total commitment and order left-handed clubs.
It is early, by the way.
It's early. You can re-up and get those left-handed clubs, and you'll be in good shape.
It's very early. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get like, hey, sorry to see you go. Let me give you the next one for 80% off. And then it'll be like, fuck you. Why didn't you give me 80% off on the first one?
We're marketing geniuses on this show. And,
Indeed.
And if I were coaching Phil on how to get that brand going for your genre, especially, I would say go to the 80s or demographic. Go to the 80s. And go back to that Hulk pill thing. And you can, how remember you take these Hulk pills and you get these muscles going and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So Phil, it's like toss those right-handed clubs and you start taking this coffee and then your calves are going to start growing.
I think it's great. I mean, you remind me of what I did this weekend. I mean, I went to a wrestling match, for crying out loud. So it was a perfect week. So I went to a wrestling match at a barbecue joint, and then I got to come watch. Well, actually, I watched them play golf in Memphis before I went to the barbecue joint. But
nice.
Nevertheless, I was in the mood. What's it called? Deep South Wrestling. If you don't know them and you grew up as a wrestling fan, you check it out. It's fun to see. It's fun to watch people that are passionate about something, and they actually get to go and do it. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
That was after I got day drunk with Madamsky on FaceTime, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And allegedly the bear may have been sampling too. I don't know. Hey, who am I to judge here? Who am I to judge? Let's see what else we got. We got I don't know, the whole gambling thing. I haven't read the book yet. I don't know if I'm going to read it or not. It's kind of a sad story. It's kind of, I mean, it's not sad, but I mean, I don't know. Does he have a problem or doesn't he have a problem? Meaning Phil, and with the gambling thing, I mean, he looks like he's happy. He looks very healthy.
Looks healthy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's the oldest major winner of all time. Other than Cam Smith lapping the field this week at Bedminster, I mean, he was quasi in contention for what's getting ready to happen on the PGA Tour next season with all these no cut events. So I mean, he's got it in. He's got the stamina. I'm not betting against him. Why go to the Champions Tour when you don't need to?
That's where I was going. So if it wasn't for him helping facilitate the Live Tour and recruit players, which he allegedly did, indeed did. The alternative would be to go win every Champions Tour event? every week. Every week. Yeah.
I think the issue is, some of those old farts can't cough up $1,000 for a match. So it's gonna. I mean, I think his. What if he made that move? I think his audience got a lot smaller.
Yep.
I mean, and I'm not saying that those. I did buy one of those Tour Edge drivers, and I do like it, by the way. Remind me, we got to drop a promo for. Shit, I'm definitely going to mess this up. Elite, I think it's Elite Fit Golf. What else we got to talk about? Let me find out who Elite.
The Phil stuff was big. I mean, you said Cam Smith lapping the field. Good stuff, golf all around, and we got the Ryder Cup coming up. So, can Lucas Glover be, can he win again? What happens if he wins again? It's huge. I mean, there's a lot of people lobbying for this right now.
I think he actually could win again.
It's hot.
I just saying, man. It's hot. It's hot. All right. I mean, look at that guy's britches. You can tell it's hot.
Yeah.
Elite Fit Golf.
Okay.
Just picked up my clubs the other day. We did some bending, and I had some ferrules that were coming loose, probably because I leave my clubs in my car and it's been hot as shit in Atlanta. But I had some ferrules coming loose, needed some grip, so I got them re-gripped. Got to use the BB&F Co. ferrules on there, and they're looking sweet, man. I'll do. I think I did post a video on Instagram. You can see it at Birdies_Bourbon. But yeah, nice. Elite Fit Golf, Decatur, Georgia. Great dude. Got a sweet little hitting bay in there. Knows his stuff. Easy to talk to. If you don't know what you're doing, he'll kind of walk you through, and soup to nuts, man. I mean, he fittings. I said I don't want any fittings. I'm gonna keep playing these old beaters that I've got, and we'll see where we get to. So, and it wasn't pushy. He didn't try to sell me anything other than what I'd asked for. So it's a good experience overall. Would highly recommend Elite Fit Golf in Decatur, Georgia. Great dude.
Good deal.
What else we got going on? Are we heading to Chi-Town?
Yeah. Let's head on over.
You should have brought your guitar for this one. You could have opened this up with a Jim Croce song.
Well, that's a good point. Southside. Yeah, there we go.
The Uptown's got its hustlers.
Mm-hmm.
The Bowery's got his bones.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be on the south side of Chicago. I don't know how else to put it. Okay, so a few things about what's going to be going on at the BMW Championship this week. We've only got 50 golfers, and we do not have a cut. Last time we played the BMW Championship here was in 2020. I'll talk a little more about that in a second. It's 70, let's call it 7,400 yards, par 70, bent grass greens. This is, it's going to be very demanding off the tee, tree-lined fairways, narrow landing zones. It is all the landing zone is you got to hit fairways here. You can definitely get into trouble. I don't think even though the course is going to play long and the course is going to be, the scores I think is going to be low. And when I say low, let's look at what we did in 2020 here. So 2020, Jon Rahm won at Olympia Fields at 4 under par. Opened with a 75, closed with a 64. So there are some low scores out there to be had. Yeah. Some other notables. So listen to this. Let me throw out top 10 at Olympia Fields in 2020. Jon Rahm, DJ, Joaquin Neiman, Hideki, Tony Finau, Kokrak, Fitzpatrick, Munoz, Lanto. Who else do we have? Brendan Todd, which I think is interesting this week. But what, like 50% of the T10 or better in 2020, Dan? What do you find unique about those individuals?
Ball strikers.
And what do you find unique about where they're playing golf at today?
Oh, live.
Yeah, I mean 50% of the T10 or better. They have now they're salivating. I don't know if they're going to be playing the BMW Championship at Olympia Fields next year, but by God, they hope they are, because they like it here. They like it a lot.
Jeez.
But to your point, absolutely, it's ball strikers. You don't have to be long and accurate. What you do have to be here for the main ingredient, not like Irish whiskey, just like a bourbon, like the main ingredient that makes it what it is. You're either going to have to be long or you're going to have to be accurate. And I don't think you have to be both. Obviously, approach detrimental. And I think the bent grass greens are going to be kind of fair to some of these folks. I don't know if it's going to be fair to one Scottie Scheffler, but we'll see how we'll see how that pays off. Do you think he's going to keep using McIlroy's putter? Or you think he's going to ask to swap back?
Probably going to ask something like, is it, what is, it was 2020 when Scheffler shot was it a 59? Was it here?
No.
He shot a 59 in the playoffs, didn't he?
No, nobody shot a 59 here.
Okay. Maybe it was somewhere else. Where did they shoot?
Maybe fake news.
So
fake news.
Okay.
He did not shoot it. I don't even know if Scheffler was in the field here.
This is when his caddy had the problem. Yeah.
When he couldn't get his vest off of him?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Northern Trust, my fault. 2020 though.
I was about to say, Scottie Scheffler shot +5 here.
It was 2020. He was the playoffs. Let's
see. Anything else that we need to know? If you're going to the tournament, I guess take a weapon. Not into the tournament, but you may the whatever the Chicago Metro is that runs like right beside of the golf course it is on the south side. And if a man, and his name is Jim Croce, makes a song about the south side of Chicago and he says it's the baddest part of town, I mean, don't you kind of have to take his word for it? I
do. I take his word for it.
I mean, I take his word for it too. He's not here to tell us any different, but I'm just saying, like, that's probably a thing. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I hope Lucas has got. I hope Lucas brings along the swingers in the family. That way, if we get in any altercations, you can throw down on it.
Exactly.
All right, let's see how we're going to set this up. I don't know what we're going to do next week. We'll talk about that after we head over to our friends at fantasynational.com and we take a look at what we're going to do with 50 players in a no-cut event. Man, it sounds a lot like an event that, boy, people were so against, doesn't it? So against.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So against this. So here's what I'm thinking. So we've had some people that got really hot on this thing. You want to look at, I know we usually look at 24. I've been hearing that 36 might give us a little better a little broader sample of what we're going to. We can go to 12 if we want to. FantasyNational.com. It allows you to do whatever you want to do. How do you want to look at it, Dan?
I just changed it to 36 for you. There you go.
I guess we'll be looking at 36 holes. I don't think it changes anything at the top of the board. What we see. Oh, actually, it did do a little show. See, you got to be kidding me.
What happened?
Was Scottie Scheffler, was he still ranked first in last 24 rounds?
Nope, second.
Okay. So we go from third, but that kind of makes sense, right? I mean, you got Scottie hot at the beginning of the year. You got McIlroy that's in a little bit of a slump. I don't know. Let's take a look at 36. I've been toying around with this. I think 36 might be the number.
Okay.
Well, here you have it, boys and girls. We are down to 50 players. There are 5 players that are $10,000 and higher. Am I in the right?
6 players.
Oh,
7 players.
Never mind. I'm over here. I've been drinking today, Dan. Maybe I've been day drinking. I'm looking at, I was looking at last week at, oh no. Take it away. Who do you like in the $10,000 and better range?
Well, I think Rambo is definitely one to look at there, 11,200, but he's at 20% owned. Model ranked 6th, 37th last week, T2 at the Open. But with that player of the year on the line, I think he's got something to prove here, and he plays hard courses really well.
He played like shit last week. I can tell you that he could not, he just couldn't get a break. Couldn't
Too
get out of his own
much
way.
barbecue.
Okay. So we were watching, and maybe the Korean watches, maybe she doesn't. She does. She's a watcher. And I'm not going to say who the golfer was. All I'm saying is, they hit the ball, and I mean, you can make anybody look like however you want to when when you catch him in awkward moments, like Colt Knost after he makes a comment about Jordan Spieth's shirt, right?
Yep.
So said player makes a swing. He may reside at DC Ranch in Scottsdale, Arizona, allegedly. Makes a swing, and she goes, "God," she said, "What? Look at the belly on that fella." And so I don't know. I'm just saying, dad bod. Yeah, I mean, he won the last time they played here, and I mean, he's been playing fine. I totally agree. I mean, off the tee, ranked 25th. Approach, he ranked 2nd. Putting's fine. I mean, there's really nothing bad to say about Jon Rahm. I mean, I don't know. Who else? I mean, you can't.
Well, Rory is 27% owned, projected. That's too high.
So that's why we're probably going to get on here and bullshit about something else next week. We'll probably talk about what I'm going to be doing at the Tour Championship, because we're at 50 players this week. I mean, you've only got so many people to choose from, and when people are picking and they don't know jack shit about what's going on, I mean, it's like, oh, Rory McIlroy, I heard he's the voice of the PGA Tour. I'll just click on his name. That also is not an Irish accent, but that's kind of what I think is going to happen a lot here. Because you're telling me that Rory McIlroy is, almost 10% better than Scottie Scheffler, Jon Rahm. Mm-hmm. That Cantlay move is kind of sneaky down there. I think I like that one. If I'm starting up here, I think I'm going to save some money, and I think I'm going to go to the bottom half of the ice. I think I'm going to the bottom half. So there's a couple directions that I could go, and I think that, yes, after what we saw last week, I mean, Patty Ice, it ain't going to be that hot in Chicago.
True.
We're talking, it's going to be, in the around 80. Wind doesn't look like it's going to be bad. Obviously, it could change. But yeah, I mean, I think this is when Patty Ice kind of shines, and everything looks really good. So there's 2 other places that I'm going in the $10,000 and better range. I think these are fine bets too. So Patty Ice, maybe we can look at his number at the end if we need to. I think Javi is a go here. I think he is green lit. And this could be a thing with Viktor Hovland. I could see him walking away with a victory. If I had Viktor Hovland to play as my one done this week. Don't worry, I'm making notes for now. Xander, I'm going to $10,000. I'm not even going to mess around with the Olympian's child. I think if Spieth hits the ball the way if Spieth hits his tee shots like he did this week, like he did last week, Spieth could win this golf tournament.
Yeah, I agree.
We're talking. This is going to be, I think, a single-digit winner, single-digit score, right? So we're talking 9 under or less. That is going to be the winning score here, and I think that. I think Spieth could win it. I don't have
my
Spieth
early one and done lean right there.
Yep. If I had Viktor and Spieth, I'd be playing Viktor still. But I have neither. I elected to use them at other fucking moronic places where it didn't really pay off. Bad decisions and good booze.
$9,000 range.
Yeah, I mean, just start singing, baby.
Tony Fleetwood. That's who you like.
Tony Fleetwood all day. I may have Tony Fleetwood as an option, by the way. Maybe, allegedly. Who don't I like here? It's more that. I mean, I think Morikawa is interesting. I think that's probably a play. What is he at? Shy of 14% ownership. I mean, Tony's popular. I think we're going to eat a lot of chalk. By the way, I didn't talk about this earlier, but allegedly this was we got to start doing this. I think this is fun. If you like this, let me know. So the optimal lineup for last week, if you were to play the optimal lineup on DraftKings, staying under $50,000, it would have been Rory McIlroy, Tony Fleetwood, Corey Connors, the Glove, Cam Davis, and Taylor Moore. I don't know. I mean, out of those, I think Corey, we just weren't on Rory because it's a popularity contest. Tony Fleetwood, we weren't against. I don't think Connors was on our radar, which I think probably we got to look at that this week. Cam Davis, I mean, he's long. I think that's somewhere to look. So that was optimal lineup this week. Last week. I know we're talking about this week. We don't know what the optimal lineup is. We haven't teed off on the south side of Chicago. So there's I don't know. I mean, Hideki has played well. I think Hideki was T3 or T4 here at the last time they played this tournament.
Yeah, he was up there.
Maybe I'll tell you, maybe I won't. I'm sure I closed that out. Why would I have kept that open?
Yeah, exactly.
That would have made no sense. I swear I think he was
yeah, he was up there.
Yeah. So, but I don't know that I'm going to go back. You had Hideki as your one and done last week, didn't you?
I did. We got a T16 out of him. He could have done better than that, but yeah.
He could have. Yeah. He did.
Yeah. We got a little technical difficulty here with Cal. Hopefully he'll be back here in a minute. Looks like Ricky's definitely cooled off from where he's been hot. Won the Rocket, 42nd Scottish, 23rd Open, and then 58 last week. It's a little alarming going into the playoffs here. Definitely a lot of Ryder Cup buzz coming from Rick, but I think he needs to get back in form here. But all right, let's see who else we got. We got Glover here, just on fire. 5th at Barbasol, missed the cut at 3M, 1 Wyndham, 1 St. Jude. Well, only 11% projected ownership at $9,100. So definitely, if you're feeling the glove, within range, if you think you want to go that route. What do you think about the glove? He definitely hasn't popped much from the ownership or the price there for a guy that's won 2 in a row.
I don't think he's going to be comeback player of the year. And I know he might be player of the year if he wins this week and I don't know, finishes top 5 at East Lake. Maybe we get player of the year. I think it's a yes. I think we have to to back out on the guy now. I think it's weak sauce. I mean, I think we have to squeeze the glove in. I mean, he would have been now. The issue is last week we could have got him at whatever I said, $7,400, and nobody, not even his own family, well, by marriage had any faith in him. But I'm rolling the glove at 11%. I mean, I've got to go, and again, I'm going to have multiple lineups. You are too. This is going to be. We got to figure out what we're going to call our lineup because I've been getting some hate mail.
Ooh, we love hate mail.
Not hate crime, but hate mail. But keep sending it. Keep the hate mail on its way. Yeah. And it's like, oh, yeah. And it's like, well, I mean, just because we put a lineup together doesn't necessarily mean that's the only lineup that we have. That's the best lineup of what we think that one could come up with. I mean, you got to use a little bit of your own sauce in this thing. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I was talking. I know you had a little bit of a technical difficulty there, but old Rick's not looking.
No. Don't blame this on me. Don't blame Bucky's shortcomings and his issues that he's having on course on me. I'm not accepting that. I refuse to accept this. Actually, there's more hate mail on its way. I'm going to wait until this show's over, but it's coming. It's on its way. It's on its way.
The form is definitely deteriorated. That's for sure.
Like I said, he's not getting player of the year. He might get comeback player of the year. And yes, I don't know. Well, number one, Bucky's probably a little bit disheartened. Okay. He's two amigos. And I mean, then you've got pals like this. I mean, I ain't saying friends. I'm talking you go ahead and get yourself a 2 or 3 good pals and you got yourself a tribe. Right?
That's right.
And I mean, this is like the amigos are there. It wouldn't surprise me if friggin' Smiley Kaufman isn't there doing some kind of bullshit commentating on course. So the only person that's missing that doesn't have a job is the other JT.
That's right. That's right.
And I mean, and you know how it is when all your pals can't show up and it's like, will it be? And then it's like, oh, come on, it'll be fine. You can stay at my place. It's okay. And then it's like, well, I don't know. Do I really? I don't want to get in the way. And you're gonna be out hitting balls, and you're gonna be getting some physio, and then the meal, the chef's there with the meal plans, and it could be a thing, man. It could, like Jordan. I think Jordan hasn't limit. Okay, here you go. Spieth Island is already progressed from the transition. Spieth Island has transitioned. Spieth Island is back in action. Open, full, no masks needed, no mask required. You don't even have to be this tall to ride the ride. Spieth Island is full capacity. Now, Bucky is just getting back to, I think Bucky's still on like, hey, we're still serving people, but it's on a limited scale. We're still easing back into, like, you can wear your mask if you want to look like a dipshit and you want to look as awkward as possible. You can wear your mask, but you don't have to.
Yeah. So
I think Bucky's still a little left out because Bucky was left out for a few years.
It's true. They all have been.
I know, but I'm saying, but I think Spieth is the first one to advance, and Jay, the 3 amigos will be back together without a doubt.
Okay.
But I think it's wearing on him. I think it's like, I don't know how to tell my buddy I'm taking his girl on a date.
There you go. All right.
Hold on. T-Hat. T-Bird is he's a play. Has to be. Terrell Hatton has to be a play at the BMW Championship. Plays hard courses really well. Numbers, strokes gained all the way around. I don't want to say strokes gained. The numbers look really good for I guess if he abbreviated his name, it could be Thaton. Looks good. I think he's a go. 20% ownership. Again, I think we can kind of move this around with the glove and some other folks to get a little leverage somewhere. But yeah, I think Hatton is a go. And we're not going to have any trouble squeezing other people in because there's only 50 people to choose from.
Honors, you were talking about him a minute ago, right? He's a play.
All day.
Yep.
All day. Corey Connors.
Tough courses. Well, again, right? Same thing.
I mean, this track sets up for him. Now, am I going to bet on Corey Connors to win? No. Am I going to bet on Corey Connors to anchor my DFS team? Maybe. I think it's a yes. I think Corey Connors is all day. I think people clearly projected as of Monday, people are going to be off Windy Sea. And we're going to the Windy City. I don't know why we ain't getting back on Wyndham Clark. I mean, I think he's going to make it to Eastlake, but ain't no reason to choke back now. He's putting really well. And I mean, he's got the distance. I mean, if he sets up and plays this like Quail Hollow, I mean, there's some water here, there's some traps here, but I mean, if you just bust fairways and hit greens, it's could be a Windy Sea moment. And at 12%, I mean, the only thing that'll stop us in that is going to be we don't have enough money and we didn't spend it in the right place.
Remember when down in Florida they were doing the match with Tiger and Phil and Brady and who was the last one? Was it was it Manning? Peyton? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then Brady was doing all the sprints in the parking lot and
wind sprints.
All that stuff going on. And then we were wondering why was he the only one wearing pants? And then we came to conclusions because he wears a knee brace and he didn't want the knee brace out in public. Tom Kim, you and I talked about him last week of having this sore ankle.
He's showing it off, baby.
Went the complete opposite direction.
He's showing some leg. He is showing some leg out there. You know what I think that is actually. So I do think the Live Tour will have it'll have a Live Tour full schedule next year. I think that's called advertising.
Ooh. Okay.
Now, if you were on Metropolitan Boulevard in Atlanta, you might call that soliciting.
Ooh.
But if you're a professional golfer and you're on TV, I would call that advertising. And what he's saying is, I love those shorts that you're wearing over there. Bring it on. Oh, speaking of, the Korean had a lot of commentary. And she had commentary on on this Korean. And she said, he sure does have little feet.
Wow.
Like, I didn't. So I'm going to have to pay attention to his foot size this week and see what's happening. I don't know that I'm getting off the Tom Kim train. I might stay there as well.
Right there. Keep it there. Yep.
Who else we got in the $8,000 range? You going to ride J-Day or you off J-Day?
Off J-Day. You feeling the burn?
No. He burnt my ass last week. Like the last time I laid it. We don't need to get into that.
I'm still on Harmon. He's cheap.
Me too. I like Harmon this week, and I like him because I closed that. I'm going to find this again. Filibuster.
Well, model ranked 23rd this week, $8,100, 8.5% projected ownership for Harmon. Off the tee, 21st, Laddie's last 36 rounds. On approach, 34th. On around the green, 37th. Putting, 22nd. 31 last week at St. Jude. Won the Open. T12 at the Scottish. T9 Rocket. T2 Travelers. Great form. And you said accuracy is so paramount this week, and that's what he screams. So
I think this thing is going to look like what just happened at the Open. I mean, I don't think the wind's going to be there, but I absolutely think that this could play a lot like that golf. I mean, it wasn't short. You had to hit fairways, and I think it's a thing. And as I'm encroaching, I mean, I'm drinking, I'm trying to talk, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to type. I mean, this is I can see why people are professionals when they do this, and it actually comes off unhinged. T12, by the way, here in 2020, finished at +3 for the tournament and closed out with a pair of 69s. I think that Harmon is he's got to be feeling good.
Yep.
I'm totally in on Harmon. And right above him, before I'm going anywhere else, I'm probably going straight to Henley. And
Okay.
I think I feel this kind of the same way about Henley, in that there's something heating up right now. And that has Henley been playing bad? Well, that wouldn't be a fair statement, but is he hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm riding a hot hand, man. I mean, and you got to think, I mean, for people like Russell Henley and Brian Harmon, I mean, they are professionals and they know what the pressure feels like. And when's the next time that Brian Harmon and or Russell Henley are going to have a chance to win a FedEx Cup championship? Maybe never in their career, right? Would that be too outlandish to say they may never be in a position to win a FedEx Cup championship in their life?
No, I mean, it takes a whole year to get there, and they're in great shape for this thing going into the club championship, and yeah, I mean, they're the tour championship, but they're right there. I mean, you can't take that for granted. You got to go there and close it out. Press on.
I'm gonna miss the club championship at the.
That's what they get those yellow jackets in Happy Gilmore, isn't it?
It is. Except at the country club I belong to, yellow jackets, you don't really wear them. I mean, I guess you could pour them on yourself, but you don't really.
Somebody else could pour it on you too.
Yeah, I'm going to miss the club championship. I am excited though. We're going to be playing in the Road Sign Cup. I got a good squad heading down for that. That'll be fun. And then my guest for the member guest tournament, even though allegedly, I don't even think they have members there. People are going to be blown away.
Nice.
All right. Back to the business at hand. Okay. Russell Henley. Yes. Brian Harmon. Yes.
We were on Fitzy last week. That would not go well. No.
Pass. $7,000 range. $7,000 range. Take me to the $7,000 range, Dan.
Poston, that's who I like down here.
Yeah, me too. At 8% owned, and he'll be just fine. I got no issues.
I like Grillo as well, man. He's been on fire.
Yeah, no ownership. So are we going to pass on? So the other guy that I like down here that's going to be low ownership is, I think Siwoo Kim could be interesting, and I'll tell you where he played at here in 2020. And I don't even know that it's relative as far as where Siwoo.
How much is he? Oh, there he is. Okay,
he's like
76 again. Yeah. He's right on his stage here. It's right on Poston. Yeah.
So I think Siwoo is probably it's probably a play, but maybe he's not.
He's showing signs of life. His T16 last week, T33 at the Wyndham. It's coming back.
Well, you heard Scottie Scheffler was getting a new putter, and Siwoo Kim stole it. Just saying.
I think there would be a club. You know how there's like wine clubs and bourbon clubs? Like there could be a putter club. If you're like the bottom 5% on tour, you should just have to switch putters with the other 5%ers and just keep going until you get the right putter, right?
That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah. So I'm all over Griot. I like that. I think this could be a Sepp Straka course too.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, around the green shit, but I mean, off the green, totally fine. I think that could be a thing. So Thagala at $7,000, I might be a little out on. I mean, off the tee looks really bad.
Yeah. So does approach.
Yeah. So that's probably an out for me. I don't know if I'll be. I don't know if he and I'll be sharing a pour at East Lake. $6,000, Danny. What you got? Where are you going?
Where am I going? Adam Schenk?
Maybe. I'm not against Adam Schenk. I think that's fair at 15% ownership. I'm probably going to go just right above him at $6,600 in the Todd Father, who's played well at this course at this tournament in the past. And at $6,600, if off the tee doesn't necessarily bode well for the Todd Father. However, this looks like an event with a Roman numeral for a title, and everybody that shows up will get to finish.
It's true.
All 4 rounds.
It's true.
So I'm thinking I like that. I think Denny McCarthy maybe at 5%. I mean, Denny didn't do much for me last week, but I mean, if we got to go down here, it depends on what we're going to do and how we're going to set this up. And yes, I'm absolutely going for Rookie of the Year.
EC.
35-year-old Floridian EC.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get off of that, man. I can't get off of that fella.
They don't give him any respect. $6,300.
I know. I don't know what to tell you. Don't know how to put it and don't know how else to say it. Anybody, so a couple of the people I find interesting, Kurt Kitayama, I mean, off the tee down here, the last 36 rounds doesn't look great. I'm going to, you keep it on there. And he's Barabin. I'm going to bounce back I'm going to go polar opposites. I'm going to look at the last 12 just real quick at these, at the bottom feeders down here.
Lee Hodges, he just won.
Lee Hodges did just win. Patrick Rogers, no. Yeah, so Lee Hodges, by the way, the interesting play down here at $6,100. What did he do last week?
T31.
Yeah. That could be I'm making a note of that. Listen, Todd has got to be a go. Todd is a play all fucking day long, man. That's where we're starting.
Okay.
It's got I mean, it doesn't have to be, obviously, but he's played well here before in the past, and I think Todd's a good one. What's Taylor Moore's ownership at $7,200? I know I'm backing up on you and going the wrong direction. Sorry.
7%.
All right. Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Want to do a lineup?
Oh, Tisk.
Okay.
Who the fuck says Tisk anyway? I mean, what are you fucking 80? 100 years old? I mean, Jesus Christ. Nobody even uses terminology like that anymore.
Exactly.
Hey, if you don't like it, leave another negative comment. We'd appreciate it. We'd appreciate another negative comment. We'll take all the negative comments you've got in you.
Where you starting?
I'm not kidding, man. Yes, I'm totally.
And then Brendan Todd.
Why not? Keep them coming. I mean, this is like playing blackjack and in Biloxi. They just keep feeding them to you. All right. So we're now at 90. By the way, those are anchors of the team.
Yes. Anchors.
And I think totally fine. Let's,
you want Hatton, right?
Glove. Let's go.
You want Glover?
Let's go Glove.
You want Hatton after him?
I kind of do, but
okay.
Let's see what
Hold
we
off.
got. So we got 9,300.
We talked about Harmon, right?
Yeah,
Harmon.
Harmon for sure. I think we go Harmon, don't you?
Yep. Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, so we got 2 spots left at 99.50. We can play this a lot of different ways.
Well, if we take Cantlay, who does that land us to? You loved Cantlay, right? Or no, you didn't like Cantlay?
I think it's either Cantlay or Hovland, and I'm good either direction.
Let's take Hovland. You said he could win this, but you said he's a lock, right? He's doing great.
He's my lock.
All right. Oh, okay. That brings us to Max Homa. I don't know about him.
It does. I think we're either on Thatan or Corey Connors.
Yeah, I mean, I could go either way. So
what's the ownership on Hatton and Connors? 9,000 and 8,900.
So we got Hatton at 20 and Connors at 14. So we go Connors.
Shit. We do got to kind of fucking go Connors, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah, we got to go Connors. All right.
Feel good about that? That's pretty good.
That's that. Hey, tisk. Cole, Connors, Glover, Harmon, Hovland, Todd. I mean, I ain't saying that's a shitty lineup, but there's nothing chalk about that shit.
Nothing.
I mean, that is out. I mean, for a field of 50 players, that's out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll throw a few bones on it and see if they can put another shrimp on the barbie. All right, one and done.
Yep. For me, Spieth. I'll take Jordan.
Of course you will. How many? You want a one-way ticket, or you want a ticket for two? Or
it's going to be a one-way ticket for this week for sure. One-way ticket. I'm getting stranded on an island.
Let's see. Hold on. Hey, cheerio, boy. Let's have ourselves a pour of your finest whiskey. Ooh, I'll take a little Tony Fleetwood.
Tony Fleetwood.
I didn't have Viktor Hovland to play, so I couldn't do that. So Tony Fleetwood is my man. That, by the way, this could be the week that Tony Fleetwood can't say that he's won the most money and not had a PGA Tour victory.
Good point.
Could be. It could also not be, but it could be. Just putting it out there. But if you haven't noticed, I've been pouring out of my rag. Probably
I like it. That's awesome, man. That's good. Good looking. It looks like Jordan's plane.
Camouflage, you say? Well, that way nobody steals my booze.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see what else is going. Okay. So I know you've done it. I have not asked you yet. Maybe I did, but if I did, I'd been drinking and I forgot to ask you. What'd you think about Barbie?
I have not seen Barbie. I haven't seen that one or the other one, the Oppenheimer one yet.
By the way, this is the point in the show that you either fast forward to or you stop listening and you don't listen. So mark it. And by the way,
hold on. I'm just looking for the fast forward button.
By the way, there's no fast forward button. So this is, I don't know. What do you got to go take a leak?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, good. What are you sipping on, by the way? I want to talk about a few things. We'll get to some shows. I want to talk about some people that are coming up, though.
Sweeten's 20. What was it? 22? Was it 22?
Ooh, Sweeten's 22. Huh.
It's 22 or 21. I think it's 22, right? Yeah.
I did. Yeah, it is. I did reach out for the real Nashville. He's not going to be joining me. We got to get back down and get up and play with him. Oh, by the way, if you want to play, it's going to be released, but if you want to play in late September at Sweetens Cove, man, have I got a thing for you. So it's could be an outing and could be it is definitely going to be an outing and an event. We've already got a good solid handful of people that are showing up there. Let's see. All these people. Slab Cigars, by the way. Oh, remind me, we need to do an advertisement for Slab Cigar. And I don't know, go to Instagram and look up Slab, SLAB Cigar. The Cigar Don and the boys are putting out, and folks, let me say folks, maybe they are not all boys, but doing some fantastic stuff there. And I'll be on the 17th. So it's kind of this is going to be a douchey thing for me to say.
Oh boy.
But it's just, it's the way it is. I mean, so my friend's bottle shop across the street, they have a loyalty program. And if you buy from them, so it's like, here's the question, right? It's like, oh, how'd you get that bottle of this? How'd you get that bottle of that? Hey, you got any Blantons? It's like, well, if you buy from them, they have a loyalty program and they put stuff up on the shelf. And if you have points, then you get to, acquire stuff via your points. So, and rightfully so. I mean, there's a lot of liquor stores in town, a lot of stuff going on. So as a loyalty customer, they're having an event. I did mention it earlier for sure with Old Dominic, and they're going to do a tasting with Alex. Chris is going to be there. I think he's the Southeast guy. By the way, Chris, if you're listening, Sweetens Cove later, I'll talk to you on Thursday. It should be a fun event at the Wrecking Bar. I'm looking forward to it. So, and it's private. You can't read. You got to RSVP or you got an email or something. But the reason that I got an email was because I buy a lot of booze, and I don't like to say that out loud. My name's Cal, and I'd like to say something out loud.
What were you thinking about?
But it's, well, I was not thinking about buying. I was not thinking about buying. Well, I don't know. What do you got in mind? So that'll be fun. Looking forward to it. We've got an interesting play coming up. I'll say his first name is Hunter. Last name not mentioned. Thanks, Don, for setting that up. He has been sending me some pictures, and maybe he's going to find some London or UK only releases and bring them back so we can taste when we record. So, but he's over there playing the Euro Tour, and so it'll be fun to catch up with him. We're also going to try some Leaper's Fork or sample through some Leaper's Fork when we have a chat with him, Ben. That'll be a
good
fun
stuff.
one.
Yeah.
Who else we got coming on? There's I swear there. Our friends at Catoctin Creek, they've got some new releases coming out. So that's checks in the mail on that one. So that'll be coming up, because I think we're going to have a little bit of a lull in golf. I mean, some of this golf stuff, I mean, I love golf, don't get me wrong. But I think we're going to have a little bit of a gap in some of our DFS coverage, because I mean, like next week makes no fucking sense to play DraftKings. It's just a complete shit show, with 30 golfers being available.
Yeah.
And were you dodging me or my words, by the way?
What are you talking about? Oh, no, you're good.
I know.
Don't pay attention to me.
Don't worry. Don't worry. See, here's what happens when the bot gets a glitch. Not an itch, but a glitch. However, I did know this one bot this one time.
Yeah.
It was like a northern bot, and it had this itch. Had to go get a little something clean. Speaking of, I'm glad you went down this road. So Lone Rider Spirits wrote me today. So they did some pretty cool. They did a really cool bottle. So go Instagram Lone Rider Spirits. You'll know it when you see it. They did a really cool event with Ducks Unlimited, and they gave away, he told me how many bottles, I forget, I've been drinking. But they gave away a bunch of cool bottles, not to be, by the way, wink, wink, nod, nod. But he said next time we're up, and it doesn't have to be Pinehurst Brewing, wink, wink, nod, nod. But he said just let him know. He's happy to go anywhere. He wants to do some on-course stuff and do some drinking and do some golfing. So
sounds like a plan, man.
there we go.
Yeah.
All right. That's a lot of news.
That's a lot of news, but I think you have a little bit more. Don't you have a potential collaboration coming up here for said team event?
I don't know which one.
The big one starts with an R. It's a cup.
Ooh, the Ryder Cup, you say?
Yeah.
I think I could release this because I think the group got a pick on it last night. Yes. By the way, if you're a fan of golf, hey, mark this. If you're a fan of golf, if you're a fan of the Ryder Cup, if you're a fan of Team USA versus Team Euro, you should absolutely check in on the major series. It'll be a Peerless Bourbon single barrel pick. It's almost 6 years old. It's almost around 115 proof, and DM for all the details. It's going to be wonderful. And Jeff, nice work. That's at rockelitebarrelpickers.com, which is really not what it is, but it is Rock Elite. He just says leave it at that because I always fuck it up. All right. I got nothing else other than I do want to talk. I want to talk about a few things. I got a few things.
All right.
I want to talk about some non-drinking and non-golf stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
Lioness.
Yeah.
Caught
up. Yep.
Caught up.
Yep.
Is it still delivering for you?
I would have liked a little bit more Sicario. They had a good raid the other day. But a little bit more Sicario would have been good. Yeah. What about you?
It's just different, but yes, I mean, in the premise of what they're trying to bring to the screen, like it's no Barbie, don't get me wrong. But I do appreciate the gender equality that they're showing in challenging jobs. I think it's fantastic. I
like the show. I mean, would I say it's his best work? No, but
but it's entertaining, and it's still delivering, and it's delivering. I don't know if it's more than I would have expected, but it's delivering what I would have expected.
I'm in every week. I'm in. Now, I think this last episode, Justified, wasn't exactly what it goes. No. Hold
on. I mean, we're now into we've got nudity, we've got interracial relationships, which I may be a fan of.
I know you are.
and we got a lot of weed smoking. I mean, this thing is like, so is Justified delivering for you, or you're like, I don't know.
It was. This last one just kind of got off course a little bit, right? It's kind of, come on, we got to get back on track with everything. I don't know. I wasn't expecting to take a deep dive into these characters that really weren't that important, right?
You've created a little bit of a love story into something that is not a love story.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I know where it's going, though, like foreshadowing. Like I'm thinking that this is going to be back, like it's tying back into he's older than the people that he's chasing, blah blah blah, the daughter, blah blah blah, and they're gonna
Bring it all together.
They're gonna weave this back into a pattern, and right now it is very there is no pattern right now. It's just a bunch of loose stitching.
Good point.
That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen.
I think it'll come back together. Yeah.
I think it was good though. No, but I mean, it's like that guy. You gotta like, I don't know. The soft character of him that they kind of portrayed. I don't know that that's his. It's at least not in this. Like, this is not his like cup of tea.
No, he's a stone cold killer, man.
Stone Patty Ice.
Mm-hmm.
What else is happening?
Did you watch Bosch on Amazon?
Not consistently. I kind of bounced around through it. It lost me.
Well, that cop at the end when they're at the bar together and they're talking about that guy. I guess he arrested that guy years ago. That guy was in Bosch as one of the cops, and he's a really good. And I watched that scene a couple times from Justified.
The Bosch guy. The Bosch guy.
The end. Well, in Justified, last episode, at the end of that cop.
But the main character, like the guy that is Bosch.
He wasn't in it. No. The cop at the end. He was talking to Raylan at the bar. They're having a drink together, talking
black
about
guy?
him.
Big black guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The bigger black.
Not
dude,
the big one. No, the skinnier one.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's really good. He's really good. I just don't know what the heck that they were talking about.
The actors are good. I just don't.
They're really good. Yeah.
But no, he went in to square up something with the guy because the guy had busted the dude that was standing with his ass out.
Yeah.
In the window, like he was the guy that was able to bust the dude previously.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's the connection.
I think that guy's got a good. He's a great actor. So hopefully this thing can kind of turn the corner. And
I don't think that's the last we're going to see him. I don't think that was a one and done. I think he's gonna kind of circle back and come back to let's get this guy again kind of thing.
And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
What else is happening? So Sweetens, I don't know when I'll be back at Sweetens. I said I got day drunk with Madamski the other day, not to be confused with the guy that runs the country club that I'm allegedly a member at. Different guy. But yeah, we day drank on FaceTime the other day and got a lot of things squared away. So a lot of cool things coming in September. We got a lot of fun guests that are coming up.
Yeah.
Johnny Bo at Tattersall is coming on to talk some Ryder Cup with us.
Cool.
We'll have to do a little Team Euro and Team USA. We got to figure out what the wager is with Tattersall. So
what have you been thinking about?
Oh, you know what I've been thinking about? I saw the Atlanta Falcons. They just beat the shit out of the fish the other night. I saw.
Did they? They probably did. I haven't been paying attention to the pre.
I think it was the fish.
Yeah, I bet it was. Yeah, I bet it was.
And it was in Miami. Yeah. So, but I mean, it was like nobody was playing really. It's preseason, so nobody's counting.
Yep. Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know what else is happening. Come see me send me a message. You can find me at Birdies_Bourbon, or you can call me at 67. No. Not that anybody's going to call me anyway. Hey, if you've got my number, there you go. Yeah. I don't know. Where can they find the bot?
Same thing, man. Birdies_Bourbon at Twitter. So
find it at the Twitter. Oh, that's called the
X.
X.
The X.
By the way, have they changed the name of the Twitter?
Oh yeah, it's got a new logo and everything.
I know the new logo. I saw the black with the white or silver X. But is it now? Is it still? Are you still tweeting or are you Xing? I mean, what do you?
No idea. No idea.
I'm not. No. I drink too much to keep up with multiple tests.
Yeah. No idea.
Well. There you go. That'll teach you to tell me. Show's yours. Take it away. Until next.